What's up, guys? Today we're going to be tackling an interesting question, and that question is, should I color grade, and does color grading really matter? Okay, so the fast, simple answer to that question is yes, absolutely. You should definitely be color grading. But for all of those people out there who don't know how to do that, I'm going to show you just very quickly and very simply how I color grade footage for my videos. Spending just a little time and a little energy color grading your videos is going to help them to be more vibrant, more well lit, and more well balanced as well. They'll be more enjoyable for people to watch. Right now, for example, I've just removed the color grade from this piece of footage, and you can see already the huge difference and how much more distracting it is. Alright, so here's how I color grade. First, I open up Premiere Pro, and let me just go into a project that I set up for this video. Alright, so I'm just going to open up that file and let it load real quick. Alright, so when Premiere Pro is all loaded, I'm going to take that piece of footage that we're going to color grade and just put it into the timeline. So right now I'm just stripping the audio from that footage. Alright, and right here is the piece of footage we're going to work on. So I'm just going to crop it in just a little bit to cut out any beginning type jitters and anything like that. Okay, so once you got that in there, go down to this little new item panel, click on that, and click on adjustment layer. This will bring up a little text box, just hit OK, and it will load up in here something called adjustment layer. So grab on that adjustment layer, pull it into your timeline, and put it on top of whatever footage it is that you want to color grade. And then drag it out to the correct size so it fills whatever it is that you want. Now this will allow you to edit and color grade correctly without actually editing the footage itself, which means you can always go back to where you started from. So I like to lock down the original track just to make sure that I don't accidentally edit it. So now at this point, go over to the Color tab. Just click on that and it's going to load up another whole section. Once this is loaded, click on adjustment layer and this whole side should light up. So basically this is how I color grade. First I go into the basic correction tab and just adjust a few things. I like to boost the contrast on my videos slightly. I think it brings out the face more. Take down the highlights, adjust the shadows. So just do some basic adjusting until the footage has a little bit of that sort of basic look that you want. And sometimes this can take a little bit of a fiddling. You can click on this arrow to turn off and on whatever it is that you've done, just so you can see the difference. Or come down to this toggle track output and click on that just to cross off and on to see what the difference your footage is making. Okay, so once you're done in the basic correction, next I go down to the creative bar. And that's where I'll click and add some sort of basic LUT. So this is going to pull up in here and just go to wherever it is that you store your LUTs. You can download them online. There's plenty of free LUTs. So I'm just going to go and get one of my personal favorites. So just go down there and click enter and it'll open it up. So it should take a minute. Now if you see this, it looks way, way, way too much. So use the intensity slider to change it down to something you want. Typically around 30 or 25 works well for me. Now again, you can toggle this to see what exactly is it that the LUT is doing. I picked this particular LUT because it sort of evens out the skin grades a little bit. But it can cause the skin to look a little bit weird. So that's where you would now go down to the color wheels and match segment. This allows you to adjust the shadows, midtones, and highlights of the piece of footage. So you can just drag the sliders around a little bit until you find something that you're happy with. Once you're happy with what you've done in color wheels, if it is a person sitting at a desk like this, I often like to add something that's called a vignette. So just go down here and adjust, and you'll see what it does. And it makes the corners and edges of the footage black. Now you can adjust the midpoint and also the roundness and the feathering to make sure that it's not disrupting your footage. So once you get that about where you want, you can toggle that again on and off to see. I think that the vignette helps to draw attention specifically to the subject without getting distracted. So I'm going back up here to the basics again, and I think I'm just going to take the shadows down just a little tiny bit, and maybe the whites down just a little, and maybe add a little bit of orange into it using this top slider. Make it like a 1.8. So now here again, you can toggle this sidetrack to see what it is that you've done. And already you can see a huge difference between the two pieces of footage. So now if I unlock this and put them side by side, up here, you can see side by side, this is what the original clip looked like. And now this is after just a little bit of basic color grading. All right, so there you have it. That's my color grading workflow. It might be a little bit different for you, but hope you guys learned something from this video. If you did, like, comment below, let me know what you think of my color grading workflow and just my design in general. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.